Okay, I made it. What I do sometimes, I will, get like a massage before I leave the gym. Sorry about that. No, it's not a wig. It's time for me to replat it again. Yeah, that's also a part of my journey. Hair loss. I have pictures. It's kind of hard now for people to believe it because you can buy hair, but I have pictures of myself, my hair down to here, like from here to here. And as I begin to lose my weight, go through the process of the one of the gastric bypasses, one of the negatives is you actually start losing your hair. I have pictures when my hair was about this short, got that short. And what I would do, it didn't so much fall out a lot. I just knew it wasn't as thick as it used to be. And so I just began to cut. And of course I went natural. I'm all natural now. So this is like all new hair here. All new hair, and braid it and tuck it. I couldn't even braid it before, so it has its negative, but then it also has its positive. And the positive is that the hair will grow back. And not only that, you become more healthier. You can always buy a wig, a lace front, all these different things that are out there. That shouldn't stop you from the procedure. Things of that nature. And to really be honest with you, my doctor, he told me, he said, you would benefit more with the Roux-en-Y. That's the one when they reroute your intestines. I was kind of afraid of it simply because I was afraid of the sagging skin. With the Roux-en-Y, you lose weight rapidly. Rapidly. And I felt, here I am in my head, I felt that all of this would be chicken neck, arms, thighs, stomach, everything would be, because they say the reason why you lose weight so rapidly is because you, that's what the Roux-en-Y does. You lose weight so fast to the point you do have a lot of sagging skin because the body can't keep up with the weight loss, in terms of the elasticity to tighten that skin back up quickly. So that was a great concern for me. So I choose the sleeve so I can gradually lose the weight. However, I now wish I had the Roux-en-Y done. Why? Because I will pretty much be half my weight already. Would I be sagging? I don't know. And at this point, I would not even care. Am I going back under the knife? I have no plans on going back under the knife to get a Roux-en-Y. I want to get a handle on this right here and be okay with this. No, I'll hang with this. I don't want to feel the gas pains no more. That was crazy. And they got to blow your stomach up like gigantically. Me not having control over my eating habits, it's putting me in situations that I don't want to put myself in. So I got to get control over it. The only reason, let's say if I was to do the Roux-en-Y, where they reroute your intestines, the only reason will be because for sure I can't eat no kinds of sweets whatsoever. Because it will make me sick. This is what I've heard. That will only be, let's say if I can't get this under control, that will only be the reason why I will want to do a Roux-en-Y, because it would totally turned me away from sweets and carbs. I remember talking to one lady. She ate a piece of one French fry. Sent her to the bathroom and stomach pains like crazy. Needless to say, she never ate a French fry again. Even if she can now, I don't know. She just never tried it. But I feel like, why do I need to do that to get this under control? I don't want to do that. I want to still have some kind of human control over my body. I don't want it just be my body that is set up to take control over my mind. I want my mind to control my body. So I'm okay with the sleeve, and I've met people who have had great success with it as well. But it's consistency. It's consistency, because the day after my surgery, you got to walk. It's so important to walk. I don't know if anyone is planning on getting that done, but you have to walk. I mean, you're not going to feel like it at all, but you're going to some people now. Like I said before in my previous videos, it's different for everybody. So don't make your journey someone else's journey. Don't make someone else's journey your journey. For me, it was difficult for me to get out the bed and walk. I was grateful for my family coming to see me, because that helped. And my niece, she came to see me. And it was, and I felt no pain. Oh my goodness, they did very well with the pain medication. And once I start walking, the gas started moving. I start feeling better. And, it was like a new life thereafter. And even though I have not reached my goal weight, I feel good knowing I'm trying to do something. Even though I battle with depression at times, everybody deals with depression. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. I watched Empire last night, which was Wednesday the 11th, and they were talking about depression, and the lady, I forgot her name. I know her name. I just don't want to mess it up. The ex-wife of Lucius, she was saying, oh, depression and schizophrenia and all this and that is a white people thing. It's not a black person. It's not black people. That's not true. That's not true. And I'm glad they kind of highlighted it, because it will cause conversation. One thing I noticed, being a black person, a person of color, being me, different from anyone else. Depression, in other words, I had mine when I was a teenager. I just didn't know it until I had a, what do I want to say? When I had a severe anxiety attack. And those who are familiar with anxiety understand what I'm saying. I mean, to the point I was hospitalized. And once I began to go to the classes and I began to look up the meaning of depression and bipolar and schizophrenia and, just investigating. And I fit the category of severe depression since I was a child. I became isolated. I wanted to stay in my room. Food was my comfort. It was bad. It was bad. I didn't want to be around people. And it was bad. So back then, it wasn't as noticeable. I don't want to say it wasn't important. It wasn't as noticeable. It wasn't, the attention wasn't paid. It was other things to be concerned about, and then depression is not in people's eyes, in a sense now, understand what I'm saying? A bad thing, because why? We're quiet. We don't want to bother nobody. You understand what I'm saying? We want to stay to ourselves. We don't want to cause any problems. We just want to give us a corner, things like that. So it wasn't like light bulb, light bulb, light bulb, no matter, what. But as time went on and people, having episodes, and they go to the hospital, and then, a psychologist sees them, and a psychiatrist, then they begin to put two and two together. That I know for a fact, depression is not racist. It's not racist. Depression has many faces. It has many smiles. Because I could put on a happy face in a minute as a defense mechanism to keep people from noticing how I'm feeling, how dark I was inside. So, years ago, I wouldn't dare say this about myself. I would just, but I'm trying to help people, and I'm also helping myself. And after watching the show, The Empire, it just prompted me to say something about it. That it's not racist. It's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's not a brown thing. It's not a Oriental thing. It's a chemical imbalance. It knows no color. It knows no race. It knows no gender. It happens. And, and one of the main ways you can find out that you're depressed is if you're normally happy and then something happens. It could be anything. Minor from the standpoint from someone who's not depressed. Just put you in a spiral, and that's where you stay. But if you are down today but up tomorrow, or down for an hour or two or half a day, that's normal depression. But severe depression is when you're down, you are withdrawing from the human side of you, the ability of the human side of you. You just down. You're at the point that there's nothing in this world anyone can say to you that can bring you down than where you are. It's like you really, honestly, really don't care. It's like if you walk in front of a car, do me a favor. You just feel that bad. You just, and it's not a good place to be. It's like you're living but not living. And you can have all the love around you and the billions. And they can be with you all the time. It's something about what's going on the inside. You feel so lonely. You feel so detached. You feel so, why am I here? Really, what's going on? Why am I here? You just, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. So I understand the struggle of weight loss. I understand the struggle of depression and anxiety. But there's life beyond depression. There's life beyond being fat or obese. It's a struggle, but it's worth it. It's worth it simply because you're doing something and you're doing something good. And if you're doing something good, change will come. When? In time. In time it will. But you can't give up. You gotta do something, guys. I mean, I'm not just telling you this. I know it. And you gotta do something. So, hang in there. You know, we gotta hang in there. We gotta fight this at any cost necessary within reasons, of course. And we can't give up. That's one thing. We cannot give up. We can't give up. We can't give up. Can't give up. So, I'm glad, you know, the movie came on. I'm glad I saw it because I don't watch it all the time. I record it and stuff. But it was, that was a good thing. And people need to understand that depression and anxiety is not a color thing. It's not a race thing. It's not a gender thing. It's a chemical imbalance. And a lot of people have it and they don't know it. They don't know why they feel the way they do. They don't know why they act the way they act, why they respond to certain things the way they do. But sometimes it takes a severe episode to happen in order for you to get the help that you always needed. So, I'm grateful. I'm glad I'm here. I'm grateful to God. I have to say that because when I had no one else, I had Him. You know, in my mind, when I say I don't have no one else. I mean, I had people around me. But it just makes you feel so isolated. But being raised in a religious family, I had that to rely on a lot. To the point maybe if I didn't have that, well, I'm going to say if I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't be here today. Because I always ask for help. That's one thing I could do was ask for help. Didn't understand everything. But I'm here. I am here and we have to continue to move forward and do what we have to do in life. So don't give up. No matter what people say or do. Because people are going to talk. They have a right to talk. But it's what you do for you and how you feel about yourself that makes the difference. So be selfish today. Do something for you. Anything. Anything that's going to really benefit you. You do it for you. All right. Make this a selfish day. All right, YouTubers. You guys take care. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Stop sign. Stop it. Stop it.